Welcome to Cooking with Bryan Dixon. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cooking with Bryan Dixon. On today's episode, we are going to be cooking pork tenderloin with a cranberry glaze. Fantastic dish. Love pork tenderloin. It's going to definitely be something that you can make throughout the week. So let's get right into it. First things first, let's get some prep going. So the first thing we're going to do is season our tenderloin. We're going to start out with a tablespoon of Italian seasoning. Now with every seasoning you use, you want to make sure that you get a nice even coat on both sides of your tenderloin. Next, it'll be a tablespoon of onion powder. A half a tablespoon of black pepper. Half a tablespoon of salt. Tablespoon of paprika. And a tablespoon of cumin. Now once you get all these ingredients on, you'll want to flip your tenderloin and repeat this process on the other side, making sure once you get your ingredients on, give it a little rub down just to make sure that they're on there, and we will get ready to put this on the griddle to sear both sides. So you'll want to put about a tablespoon of butter down. You want your pan or your griddle to be at about a medium-high heat. We're just going to sear both sides of the tenderloin to make sure that we get a nice crust on both sides. So you'll want to let it go for about a minute or two on both sides, just long enough to get a nice sear. You don't want to burn it. You just want to get that seared down. And once it is on one side, you'll go ahead and flip it over and do the exact same thing. And once you've got both sides seared, we'll go ahead and do the sides as well. And on the sides, you want to just do it for about 30 seconds. You don't want to do it too long, just long enough just to get it seared like that. And once you're done, we'll go ahead and get that in the pan and put that in the oven on 380 for about 35 minutes. Now while your tenderloin is cooking, we can start on the glaze. So you'll want to start with 2 cups of frozen cranberries on a medium heat. You'll add a cup of cranberry juice, a cup of orange juice, a cup of apple juice, half a cup of sugar, and 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. Give it a little bit of kick. And a half a cup of water. So once your cranberries have had a chance to cook for about 5 to 8 minutes and they have opened up, then what you'll want to do is you'll want to take them, and it'll be time to strain the cranberries from your glaze and set them to the side to use later on as a garnish. So we'll go ahead and strain our glaze. Once you're done straining, you'll want to go ahead and take your glaze and sit it in your fridge and let it cool off, and we'll go ahead and check on our tenderloin. Now that tenderloin looks good. Cooking temperature for tenderloin is 147. I like to temp mine, and I look for it to be around 150 to 155. 150 makes it so that you won't have a super tough tenderloin. So once I temp it and it reaches about 150 to 151, then it is time to let it sit for about 6 minutes and let it rest, and then it'll be time to carve. Now that our tenderloin has had about 6 minutes to rest, it is time to carve. And once you do, it should come out Looking very, very good, just like that. Nice and juicy. Go ahead and grab us a couple pieces. Add that glaze to it. And we're going to add some of the cranberry at the end. And there you have it, my pork tenderloin with a cranberry glaze and a cranberry sauce as a garnish. Let's try it. Oh. Well, that's it for today's episode. I thank you very much for tuning in. If you like this recipe, please make sure you share with everyone you know. Before you leave, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.